Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Adrian, and I am joined with Brandon Jumper with PutThatBack.org. And today we're going to be giving our first impressions of Dungeon of the Endless. This game is a roguelike, tower defense-like game where the objective is simple. Explore and protect your crystal. So this game is very interesting, and it is in alpha, by the way. So anything is subject to change or be added. But Dungeon of the Endless, you start off in a ship that has crashed into, I believe, another ship. And so you're trying to find your way through there and get as far as you can throughout the ship, and I guess hopefully make your way out.
While this does sound like a simple objective, the way that it plays out makes it kind of difficult, but not in the fun way. And I'll explain what I mean by that. So, like A-Train said, the objective is to move the crystal to the exit, so you can exit the ship and go on to the next dungeon. But, when one character picks up the crystal, you can't put it down. So therefore, you'll have one character fighting and another character picking up the crystal and holding it. Thing is, the way that the combat works is waves come in, like tower defense games, and your player has to fight off the waves. Now, since you only have one character fighting off the waves, they usually die pretty quickly, and you can't put down your crystal, so that character is automatically dead. Now, there is a way to sort of relieve this, but at the same time, because of the way the waves spawn in, you can have your two characters go out and adventure and collect items and things to make you more powerful, but you'll still have the random waves generating and attacking your crystal and yourself. So that means if you explore out too far, the randomly generated monsters will attack your crystal and destroy it before you have a chance to get back.
So this game has 3 different types of resources to manage. The first one is industry. It's basically your money that you use to build your machines and your tools to defend your crystal while you're out and about in the dungeon. The second is science. It's used in order to upgrade your equipment. And if you remember StarCraft, it's kind of similar to gas. And then the final one is food. And that's what you use to heal up your heroes or your people and to
Level up.
level up.
Speaking of the heroes, at the start you're only able to choose 2, but as you adventure around and explore each of the dungeons, you'll unlock more characters to use, and I believe you can have a party up to 3 or 4 members at a time, so it can get a little bit easier to rotate your crystal, have one person carry it, have the others fight them off. But it still lies to the problem as you're adventuring out, you can run out of healing resources, and if you run out of healing resources, you can die pretty easily because of the randomly generated waves. Just wanted to mention that.
Also, another thing is that this game, while it's in alpha, it has 2 modes. It has very easy and easy. And when we first start the game, you start out with the ability to only choose 2 different heroes or 2 different people to go through the dungeon. So even on very easy, it's very likely that you're going to get your ass kicked within the first few minutes of gameplay.
Yeah, very easy. It's honestly not that easy, and I don't know if it's meant to be that way, but the monsters actually hit pretty hard, and the characters that you start off that we had in the alpha build is this. There is a assassin-type character that hits hard but takes, like, crap damage. There's a tank character, and then there's a ranged character. Honestly, if you have to go through this game, I would say avoid the stealth character and pick the tank and the engineer, which is the range character. Those would probably be your best bets to start off with.
At least until you unlock the other dudes.
Right. Once you unlock more characters, you'll have more variety around to play with and go through each of the dungeons. But as it stands now, I would avoid Assassin. She's strong attack-wise, but because of the randomly generated waves and the type of enemies that come out from the waves, she's not really that viable yet.
Overall, this game does have a very interesting concept where it tries to bring in the dungeon crawling, exploring gameplay mechanics of a roguelike while trying to keep it in a long-term build type game like StarCraft or any tower defense game. And as of right now, I feel as if the game has a lot to work to balance it out and make it a flawless integration. But I do feel like it can eventually turn into a really great game.
Right, and again, this is alpha build, so it's very early in its stages. Like A-Train was saying, it's trying to mix in 2 genres, and they kind of clash at key moments to make it kind of hard to, not necessarily hard to enjoy, but hard to go through the game itself. But again, this is alpha, and things will change as it gets closer to its release. So I think it definitely has the potential to be something good. It's just right now a couple of features need to be worked out and need to be rethink.
And that's basically our opinions on the game, Dungeon of the Endless. We'll leave the links to the websites if you want to check out the game yourself. And my name is A-Train, and this is
Brandon Jumper.
And we are signing out. Peace.
Later.